Hey guys, so for this tutorial, the first thing you're going to want to do is pick out a picture of yourself or of the person that you want to create this intro for. I just went through Alicia Marie's Instagram. And then after that, you're going to want to go into Fonto. And in Fonto, what you're going to want to do is to actually put before this, you're going to want to make your cartoon where I'll leave a link. And then in Fonto, you're going to want to pick a primary color and save that image, and then you're going to add your cartoon PNG over this and then save that as well, however big you want it on your screen. Once you have this, what you're going to want to do is go into CuteCut, and in CuteCut what you're going to do is you're going to create a new movie and choose a background image that you want. I'm going to go with a light pink because this is what I want for like my text part, but we'll get to that later and you can always change it. Now you're going to add your two photos, so it's the plain image and then also the picture of the cartoon, which I have here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to add, the first one is going to be like the plain primary color on top, and then slightly you're going to move it so that the cartoon is after that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to the wand tool and you're going to add a transition. I chose the zoom in or grow in transition, so that it looks like this, and I played around with it until it looked how I wanted it to. So you're just going to want to make sure that it looks nice and stuff, and then you're going to export that to your photo album. Sorry, I'm a little sick. After that, you're going to go into Pocket Video, and this is where you're going to start adding all your effects. So first what you're going to do is add this video that you have, click on it, press video sticker, and then go to add YouTube, and then look up, I believe it's burst green screen or starburst green screen that I used, and you're going to find something that you like. So you can go through a bunch of different ones, but I found this one with hearts, and you're just going to want to click on it and then press done. If you need to trim the video, make sure to do it now. Then what I did is I resized it to the size of my screen, and then I went to the mask tool, press green screen, and then I went to Q part, and I just figured out where I wanted it. I wanted to line it up so it was really perfect so that the screen and also Alicia kind of showed up at the same time. So that's just what I'm doing here and making sure that it looks the way I want it to. Once I have that, I'm going to end up just saving that, and then I'm going to add another video sticker from YouTube. And this one's a white transition green screen that I found, and it's basically like opening up for it, which I thought was pretty cool and I thought looked nice, because it's like an intro green screen instead of an outro green screen, if that makes sense. So I chose the third one, and then I just made sure to trim it if I needed to, and then I pressed done at the top right corner. Once it imported, I resized it to the size of my screen. I pressed mask green screen, and then I went to Q and made sure it opened right at the beginning and ended where I wanted it to, and it ended up looking like this. Once I had that saved, I pressed the check tool and I added yet another video sticker. This time I chose one from Cece's Editing Hacks. So shout out to her. She has some pretty cool green screens, and this is I used as the outro transition. So her video is called Beauty Guru Intro Green Screens. And it took me way too long to actually like correctly trim this, but once you do it, it looks really nice. But it took me about like 15 minutes to like find the one I wanted and trim it right. But once I did, I just followed the other steps of resizing, choosing the green screen mask, and then cueing it in when I wanted it to. So I believe once I had all that, I pressed finish, and I went and I saved that to my camera roll. Okay, so after that, the next step is to go back into CuteCut Pro, and I just made a new movie, but you guys can stay on the same movie if you just delete what you have. And in here, what I did is I made like the background pink, like I said before, and I added my two videos, or my video. And so I also edited it so that the transition between the two like effects was more clean. So, and I also edited it so that like the colors are better, because I found that with the green screens it kind of whited them out a lot and got rid of like the effect that it created. So here I'm just doing that. And as you can see, it kind of took a long time to like figure out how I wanted it. But once I did, it turned out cool. You can also change the hue so that the background's a different color if you want. So once I had that, I just trimmed it, I believe. Yeah, and then I played around with like the fade tool and stuff, so that like the transition fade, and just to make sure that the transitions look pretty cool and sleek and how I wanted it to. And this kind of took me a little while as well, just because I tried to make it really perfect. So once I had it how I liked it and how I liked the transition, the next step that I did was I actually added a random image from my camera roll, just so that I can extend the time so that the background could be pink for the next part, which is the text. And so I went to transparency and turned that all the way up so that it was completely transparent. The next step is to actually go into Fonto, and what you're going to want to do in Fonto, once it actually loads, give it a second, guys. I just like also used the fade transition here, so it like the white faded into a pink color. Sorry, I didn't explain that. But yeah, so the next step is to go into Fonto, and here I just made my text or my logo. You guys could also just skip this step and go into Font and animate your text or Pocket Video, but I just did it in here. I don't know why. But I made my text how I wanted it to on a plain background, saved it, and then I went into superimpose and I masked it. So I added a plain color as the background, and then put this as an overlay and used the magic wand and just clicked all the blue and kind of just got rid of the edges and stuff and saved this as a PNG. Then I went back into Keynote Pro and I animated my text. So I just added the different photos of the text that I had, and I decided like how I wanted it to look when it came in. And then I added transitions with the wand tool at the bottom, and I just slowly kept doing this until it turned out how I liked it. Now, it does take a long time, and it kind of does look cheesy if you don't really like pay attention and work with this. I didn't, and it kind of looked not so great. So I would really recommend trying to like be careful and make sure it looks really nice. But yeah, so this is pretty much the last step. If you guys want to add like overlays and stuff, you can save this and go back into Pocket Video and add like a burst transition over it. And I also made sure to like fade it out when it was done, but then I finished, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm sorry if it was too fast. You can always, on a computer, you could select slow down and slow this video down if you need to 0.75 or even 0.50, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!